Kia ora, hello, I'm Philip Duncan. Thanks for joining us for our Thursday weather update, recorded on April the 18th, and we're dealing with high pressure just to the north of the country up here. There is a subtropical airflow going around it as a nor'wester, a very light one, but it has certainly lifted the temperatures last night, this morning, for many parts of northern New Zealand. There's also a windy westerly coming through central New Zealand, mostly through Cook Strait, and then the third belt of wind, the main one, south of New Zealand, thanks to stormy stuff down near Antarctica, driving in this gale force westerly, going over the top of Stewart Island, brushing Fovo Strait, and then fading out once you get into Invercargill and Southland. And hello to our viewers in Bluff. Don't mention you enough. Should mention you more often, considering your Bluff, right? The southern part of the South Island. Let's move through into the next 48 hours. So this is this evening. High pressure is just to the north here. Notice a few showers lining up around the Auckland area, potentially coming in tonight. Check that on the rain radar. It'll move around just a little bit, but that's the setup there. And a few showers down here, a bit of patchy rain in Fiordland. Let's fast forward now into the weekend. And you see this low pressure zone moving in and across the North Island. Now that's helpful to those who need some rain. Northland and parts of Auckland, Waikato, Coromandel, Bay of Plenty. There are a few areas that need that wet weather still to come through. But unfortunately, it looks as though the upper part of the South Island is going to miss out. So here's the 48-hour rainfall map to kind of match up what we just showed you. And it's just clipping, Farewell Spit and the Marlborough Sounds. The other day it was showing further down into Nelson and into Blenheim itself. So that's a bit of a shame. I think we could have done with a little bit more rain falling at the top of the South Island, even though I know some of you had a lot of it just the other day, but it wasn't widespread for everyone. In the north, this is the better news, although again, the far north, places like Cape Reinga are not getting a huge amount of rain at this stage, potentially, which means some areas in the far north may still, again, miss out, as you did a week or so ago. But again, it's good to see some wet weather coming through, most of it down here in Fiordland, but still seeing the top half of the North Island into that 25 to 40 millimetre mark at this stage anyway. It's still likely to move around a little bit. So let me explain what is going on. There's the high lunchtime Friday, just moving to the east. Subtropical winds coming in for the north. No frosts for northern New Zealand. I think there was a light frost in Christchurch this morning. There's been a lot of there's been a lack of frosts as we've gone through this autumn, and westerly winds like this one, part of the reason why. But at the same time on Friday, there is a cold front. It's hard to tell, but that's a cold front, a very weak, broken up one moving in. So your temperatures drop a wee bit. Now, as we go to Saturday, cooler air down here means there is the chance of a frost for some inland areas. Check out the frost map and our frost forecasting that you can get in our new app. But here is the low to the north, so we're frost-free up here. Low pressure. Now, I said yesterday 10-13 is average. This is 10-14. So this is right on the borders of, borderline of it barely being low pressure, but you can get low pressure above the medium. And this is just showing you that it's spinning in a clockwise fashion, deepening a wee bit, and some patchy rain. But I think the fact that that is not 10-10 as it was yesterday may be part of the reason it's shrunk in size, and therefore that's why you're not seeing much wet weather in that central part of the country. Now by Sunday, bulldozed out to the east by this guy over here, this new high, and it's like got these bull bars at the front of it that nudge that out of the way. So it's a slightly cooler day on Sunday, south to southwesterly winds in many places, a little bit of cloud and showery weather over here in the west, even up here in the western North Island. You can't see any showers showing up, but I wouldn't rule it out. A light little shower still possible on Sunday. In fact, a good heads up. If you see 10% chance of rain and you live in Auckland or Waikato or Taranaki, anyone along this western side of the North Island, 10% chance of rain with a southwesterly means that you've got a chance of a shower. It's one of those little things that we've noticed over the years in the weather data that we use at WeatherWatch. Now next week, high pressure is the main feature, southerly winds here, and by Tuesday, that high smack bang over the top of us. Although, a couple of interesting things. Big wet easterly here for Brisbane, and a big cold southerly coming in for Adelaide. Those two systems are going to meet later next week, and hopefully they'll produce a low pressure zone that will cross over New Zealand. It's in some of the forecasts now, but it's not totally locked in, so we will keep you up to date. That's all from me. Don't forget our Australian-only forecast is out today, Thursday as well. 7-day rainfall outlook for them. We'll be talking about what's going on with these two systems. So even if you live in New Zealand and you're curious about it, look out for that video later today. Otherwise, I will see you tomorrow, or more likely you will see me in our Friday video. tomorrow. That's all for me. That's a great way to end a video. See you later.